Close your eyes and let yourself be transported to a world where the sky is alive with dragons, where mountains breathe mist and rivers whisper secrets older than memory. This is not just the beginning of a civilization, it is the birth of a legend. Welcome to ancient China, a land where myth and history are woven together, and where the line between gods and mortals is as thin as morning fog. Long before emperors and armies, before the Great Wall or the Forbidden City, the people of the Yellow River Valley gazed at the stars and wondered, who created the world? Who tamed the wild rivers and taught humanity to survive? The answers, passed down through generations, became the foundation of China's most powerful myths. They say that in the time before time, chaos reigned. The heavens and the earth were one, swirling in darkness. Then, from the void, emerged Pangu, the giant who split the sky from the earth with a single swing of his axe. As Pangu's body became mountains, rivers, and clouds, the world took shape. His breath became the wind, his voice the thunder, and his eyes the sun and moon. But Pangu was only the beginning. From the mists rose the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors, semi-divine rulers who brought order, wisdom, and the secrets of civilization. Among them was Fuxi, the serpent-bodied sage who taught humanity to fish, hunt, and write the first mysterious symbols. His sister and wife, Nuwa, molded people from yellow clay and repaired the sky itself after a cosmic disaster, using the legs of a giant turtle and stones of 5 colors. The legends grow richer. Shinnong, the divine farmer, who tasted hundreds of herbs to discover medicine and taught the people to cultivate the land. The Yellow Emperor, Huangdi, who rode in a battle on a chariot pulled by dragons, wielding magical weapons and summoning storms. It was said that Huangdi's court was filled with sages, inventors, and even immortals, beings who could walk between worlds and command the elements. But were these just stories? Or could there be a kernel of truth hidden beneath the layers of myth? Archaeologists have uncovered ancient bones inscribed with strange symbols, oracle bones, used to divine the will of the gods. In the ruins of Erlitou and Anyang, they found palaces, jade artifacts, and bronze vessels covered in mysterious creatures, dragons, phoenixes, and beasts that seem to belong to another world. Some researchers believe these legends are echoes of real events, cataclysmic floods, migrations, and the rise of powerful chieftains who became gods in memory. Others whisper of lost civilizations, forgotten technologies, and even visitors from the stars. After all, why do so many ancient Chinese myths speak of beings descending from the heavens, riding on clouds or dragons, bringing knowledge and order to chaos? The dragon, above all, became the symbol of China. An immortal creature, wise and powerful, able to control rain, rivers, and fate itself. Unlike the fire-breathing monsters of the West, the Chinese dragon is a guardian, a bringer of fortune, and a bridge between the mortal and the divine. Emperors claimed descent from dragons, and their thrones were called the dragon's seat. Even today, the dragon's image is everywhere, a reminder of the ancient pact between heaven and earth. But the mysteries do not end there. In the shadowy corners of old scrolls, there are tales of the Xia dynasty, the first kingdom, said to be founded by Yu the Great, the hero who tamed the floods and built the foundations of Chinese civilization. Some say Yu was more than a man, that he possessed powers beyond comprehension, able to speak with spirits and command the elements. Yet, for centuries, historians debated whether the Xia dynasty was real or just a legend, until recent discoveries revealed ruins and artifacts that hint at a forgotten age. And what of the shamans, the magicians, the seekers of immortality who wander the mountains in search of the elixir of life? What secrets did they uncover in the hidden valleys and sacred groves? Did they truly commune with gods, or were they keepers of knowledge lost to time? As the mists of legend begin to part, we find ourselves standing at the threshold of history. The ancient Chinese did not see a sharp line between myth and reality. They believed that the world was shaped by both, and that the past was alive in every stone, river, and star. But the story of China's origins is not just about gods and dragons. It is about the people who lived in the shadow of these legends, who built their homes along the rivers, who learned to read the stars and predict the floods, who carved their prayers into bone and jade. It is about the first kings and queens, whose names are half remembered in song and story, and whose deeds echo through the centuries. Imagine the smoky air of a Neolithic village, the crackle of firelight as elders tell stories of the world's creation. Children listen wide-eyed as tales of Pangu and Niuhua fill the night, their imaginations painting the sky with dragons and gods. Outside, the river flows endlessly, its waters carrying secrets from the mountains to the sea. In the darkness, a shaman prepares for a ritual, drawing symbols in the earth and chanting words older than memory. He calls upon the spirits of the land, seeking guidance, protection, and perhaps a glimpse of the future. The villagers watch in awe, believing that the fate of their world hangs on the shaman's every word. As centuries pass, these stories become the foundation of a civilization. The first cities rise: Erlitou, Anyang, Zhengzhou, each ruled by kings who claim descent from the gods. The people build palaces and temples, craft jade ornaments and bronze weapons, and record their prayers on oracle bones. They worship the spirits of their ancestors, believing that the dead can influence the living, that the past is never truly gone. Yet, even as civilization advances, the mysteries deepen. Who were the first kings? Did Yu the Great really tame the floods? Or was he a symbol of humanity's struggle against nature? What secrets lie buried beneath the ruins of the Xia and Shang dynasties? And why do so many ancient texts speak of visitors from the sky, of dragons that descend to teach and protect, of immortals who walk among mortals? The answers may never be fully known, but in every legend, in every artifact, in every whispered prayer, the spirit of ancient China endures, a world where gods and dragons still roam, where the line between myth and history is forever blurred, and where every mystery is an invitation to wonder. And so, as we journey deeper into the heart of China's ancient past, we are reminded that every civilization begins with a story. And every story hides a secret waiting to be revealed. As centuries passed, the legends of ancient China grew ever more intricate, weaving together the destinies of mortals and immortals, emperors and peasants, dragons and spirits. The land itself seemed to breathe with the energy of myth. Mountains shrouded in mist, rivers that twisted like serpents, forests where the wind carried the voices of ancestors. Every stone, every tree, every drop of rain was believed to hold a story, a secret, a fragment of the world's creation. In the villages along the Yellow River, life was a delicate balance between reverence and survival. The people watched the skies for omens, strange clouds, falling stars, the sudden flight of birds. They believed that the world was governed by invisible forces, that the spirits of the land could bless or curse, and that the will of the heavens was revealed through dreams and signs. Shamans and wise women held a place of honor, mediating between the human and the divine, performing rituals to ensure good harvests, ward off disease, and protect against the wrath of nature. The dragon, ever present in these tales, was not merely a beast but a cosmic force. It was said that the dragon could shrink to the size of a silkworm or swell to fill the sky, that could become water, fire, wind, or cloud. Some believe that the emperors themselves were descended from dragons, their bloodline marked by destiny. During great festivals, dragon dances filled the streets, their undulating forms echoing the movement of rivers and the pulse of the earth. To see a dragon in a dream was a sign of greatness, or a warning of upheaval. But the world of ancient China was not only shaped by myth. Beneath the surface, a slow transformation was taking place. The first dynasties began to rise, their rulers claiming the mandate of heaven, a divine right to govern, granted by the gods, but always at risk of being withdrawn. The Xia dynasty, long considered a legend, emerged from the mists of time, its kings remembered as both heroes and tyrants. Yu the Great, the founder, was celebrated for taming the floods, carving channels through mountains and valleys, and teaching the people to harness the power of water. His story was one of sacrifice and perseverance, a reminder that even the greatest leaders must struggle against chaos. Archaeologists, digging deep into the earth, have uncovered traces of these ancient kingdoms: ruined palaces, ceremonial axes, jade ornaments, and the enigmatic oracle bones. These bones, inscribed with questions to the gods and cracked by fire, reveal a world obsessed with fate and the unknown. What crops should be planted? Will the flood come? Is the king favored by the ancestors? Each answer was a glimpse into the mind of a civilization that saw itself as part of a cosmic order, forever seeking harmony between heaven and earth. Yet, for all their achievements, the people of ancient China never lost their sense of wonder. They believed that immortals walked among them, hermits who lived in hidden mountains, alchemists who searched for the elixir of life, sages who could summon rain or speak with animals. The mountains of Kunlun and Penglai were said to be gateways to other realms, places where the laws of nature were suspended and the secrets of the universe could be glimpsed. Tales spread of travelers who vanished into the mist, returning years later with stories of feasts among the gods and visions of worlds beyond imagining. The boundaries between myth and reality blurred even further in the courts of the early kings. The Shang dynasty, which followed the Xia, was ruled by monarchs who claimed to communicate directly with the spirits. Their rituals were elaborate and often terrifying. Sacrifices of animals, and sometimes humans, meant to appease the ancestors and ensure the prosperity of the realm. The king was not just a ruler, but a priest, a bridge between the living and the dead, his every action watched by the unseen eyes of the past. In the darkness of the royal tombs, archaeologists have found treasures that defy explanation. Bronze vessels adorned with fantastic creatures, masks that seem to depict beings from another world, and weapons inscribed with spells. Some believe these artifacts are evidence of lost technologies or forgotten knowledge, hints that the ancients understood secrets we have yet to rediscover. Others see them as symbols, metaphors for the eternal struggle between order and chaos, light and shadow. But perhaps the greatest mystery of all is how these stories have endured. For thousands of years, through war and famine, conquest and rebellion, the myths of ancient China have been told and retold, each generation adding new layers of meaning. The dragon remains a symbol of power and wisdom, the Yellow Emperor a model of leadership, the search for immortality a dream that never dies. Even today, as modern cities rise where ancient villages once stood, the echoes of these legends can still be heard. During festivals, fireworks light up the sky in honor of the dragon. In quiet temples, incense drifts upward, carrying prayers to ancestors and gods. Children listen to tales of Pangu and Nuwa, their imaginations soaring beyond the boundaries of the known world. And yet, so much remains hidden. What truths lie buried beneath the ruins of Erlitou and Anyang? What secrets did the shamans and sages carry to their graves? Were the dragons and immortals merely symbols, or did they once walk the earth in forms we can no longer recognize? The answers may be lost to time, but the questions endure, fueling the eternal fascination with China's mythical origins. As we stand at the crossroads of legend and history, one thing is certain. The story of ancient China is far from over. Every discovery, every artifact, every whispered tale brings us closer to understanding a civilization that saw itself as part of a vast, mysterious universe. A world where gods and dragons shaped the destiny of mortals, and where every stone, every river, every star was a doorway to the unknown. So let your imagination wander through the mists of time. Picture the first kings gazing at the stars, the shamans chanting in the darkness, the dragons coiling through the clouds. Remember that every civilization begins with a story, and in China, that story is as boundless and mysterious as the heavens themselves. And as we prepare to journey deeper into the rise of dynasties, the clash of armies, and the secrets buried beneath the earth, keep this in mind. In the world of ancient China, the line between myth and reality is never truly clear. Every legend is a clue, every mystery an invitation. The adventure has only just begun. If you're fascinated by these ancient mysteries and want to uncover even more secrets of lost empires, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for the next epic chapter of Kingdoms of Mystery. What do you believe lies hidden beneath the myths of China? Share your theories in the comments. And remember, the past is alive, and its greatest secrets are still waiting to be discovered.